Yo. What's cool? What's going on, brother? Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Today is one of those days so far. No sleep last night, man. Um, Up literally to like 5:30, 5 something, 4 something, 5, like close to 5. Um, yeah, man. It's one of those days. You know what I mean? Yeah. Staying in my shirt. I don't know what that is. My food. Yo, we had some banging food last night. I had some motherfucking vegan chicken sandwich. She was busting some tater tots. Mad good. Spent some time at Little Island yesterday. All right. Me and Mona went to Long Island. Little Island, man. I went over there just to check it out, man. It's definitely a tourist attraction. Looks better online than in person. All right, it looks really great online. And I guess it is nice. It is nice. It's just a lot of people. Yeah, it's not really the vibe I was looking for yesterday. Yesterday we wanted to sit in the park, sit by some water. All right. Yesterday wasn't that. But we was able to go to another part of it, sit by some water. Then we go to Central Park, lay in the grass. Right. Yesterday was like a park hopping day. Hot parks. One park to the next. And it was cool. It was cool. Then late last night, well, not late last night, but last night I went and sat on the roof for a little bit, man. All right, got some time like that, man. But hey, man, we here. Happy Monday, happy mindful and miraculous Monday, man. I'm gonna start by saying I'm over this shit. All right, I've said it before, I've said it again. I'm supposed to go to 700, and I'm gonna push that shit. But yeah, man. It's really only one thing on my mind. There's one thing dominating my mind, occupying all of my mind space, and yeah, that's it right now. Right? And I need to figure that out. So all the other stuff that is not contributing to that, not leading to that, not aiding in that is like I don't even want to be engaged in it at all for the most part, right? But here we are. Happy Monday, happy mindful and miraculous Monday, monumental Monday. They say make it happen Monday, money making Monday, and all of that shit, right? I'm tired. I'm going to sleep after the show. I'm supposed to rain all week. I wanted to go outside. My back's tight. Let's go do some stretching outside. But I'm really tired. And I might go do some stretching still. But man, we here. Another week, another episode, man. Another week, another episode. Let me just put this down before I forget. I didn't write this in before. Today is July 27th. July 27th. Episode 679. July 27th, episode 679. And this is week freaking 137, I think, right? Week 137? Yeah, week on 137 weeks in. 679 episodes in. This shit is, we've been doing this, man, and I'm excited to take a break from this shit and figure out, right, how do we move forward and how do we make the sugar ratio a real thing on motherfucking national TV. That's when I'll be excited again, right? Have a team, have some motherfucking people, right? We did the interview at Channel 11 last week, man. That was massive. Channel 11 Studios, Pix 11 Studios. Out of all the interviews I've been in, right, I did about 12 interviews on Pix 11 between Monica Morales and Greg Maka. I've done so many interviews, man. They've covered so much of my work. And then I've just in general, like they've hit me up to cover different things that I've been involved in, whether it was food distribution, whether it was ensuring people in nature had heat, right? Whether it was my hunger strike, whether it was so many different things, right? Like I'm so grateful to have those relationships. I'm so grateful to have those connections, to be able to, address the public through mainstream media, right? That shit is powerful, man, to be able to call up the reporter Monica Morales will be able to call up Greg Maka and, yo, we got this story going on. Can you guys cover it? We got this thing that we're doing. Can you guys cover it? And come out and cover it. Yet and still, in all of those interviews, right, I've known Greg Maka probably like 12, 13 years, right? I've never been inside the Pix 11 studios until last week, right? Nicole Johnson, Victim Voices. I was on her show in the studio, right? I was in Pix 11, went up there, went through the security, did the whole shit. That shit was dope, right? Walked through the studio, met Mr. G, right? Saw so many other folks in the studio, man. I was in the main studio, right, where they do the fucking national broadcast, and shit was dope. And it was inspiring because if you remember, if you know, I've wanted to be a talk show host my whole life. This is something I've always wanted to do, which is why I ended up doing this show, SRDaily, right? And I did the Sugar Ray Show before, with the Blog Talk Radio back in 2010 or in 2022, just doing Zoom interviews. It's all I've ever wanted to do, right? A bunch of other shit, but I wanted to be a talk show host since I was a child. And I wanted my show, right? My favorite fucking channel was Pix 11, Channel 11, and I've always wanted to show on Channel 11. And so to be in studio, to be interviewed, but then to ask the question, how do I make this happen, and to get some feedback and some guidance on how I could do that, yeah, that shit was inspiring, man. So once we wrap this show up, SRDaily, we're going to take a break. We're going to regroup, right? We're going to put some stuff together, right? And we're gonna pitch. We're gonna pitch to Channel 11, and we're gonna see what happens, right? Because one way or another, man, we bringing the Sugar Ray Show to the world, all right? That is my baby. Like SRDaily was kind of like like a placeholder, right? Like actually, it was started doing SRDaily because I didn't do the Sugar Ray Show, right? Interviewing people was a lot of work at the time. I was there's a lot happening. So reaching out to people, scheduling interviews. And I'm like, I want to do in-studio interviews. I'm not a huge fan of the Zoom interviews, right? I'm not a huge fan of the Zoom conversations, of the virtual shit. I want to in person. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to sit with you. And I'm like, I don't got the crew, the team, the resources to make that happen, right? The way I want it to happen, with the view, the angles. I don't have that yet. So am I going to keep making that an excuse, or do I just start? Right, so we just started, right? I mean, that's how we did it when we did the Zoom interviews with the Sugar Ray Show. That was summer 2023. And then with SRDaily said, let's just fucking start talking to the camera, and we did it. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm looking forward, right? We're gonna see what the fuck happens. Obviously, you guys will know what's up. All right, Mona said, happy Make It Happen Monday, happy Magical Monday, happy Methodical Monday. Yeah, all that fly shit. So Fool said, make Monday monumental, peace and love. But listen, man, let's pull these notes up. All right, let's get the show going, man. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. You're tuned into SRDaily, episode 679, kicking off week 137, Monday, July 27th, 2026. We're going to start with our first segment, is the word of the day. Today's word is transition. Transition is our word of the day. Transition is the process or period of changing from one state, stage, subject, or place to another. It acts as a bridge or shift connecting two different conditions. Common uses of transition in general: moving from childhood to adulthood or changing jobs. It's a transition, right? It's a transition from childhood to adulthood. When you change jobs, you're going through a transition. Writing and speech: a word, phrase, or section that connects one topic to the next. How did you transition to that next topic? How do you transition to that next topic, right? When you're speaking, when you're writing. Music: a short passage that moves a song from one key or section to another. And gender: the social, legal, medical steps person takes, right? Change identity. In sports: changing quickly from defense to offense, or the reverse. And it means even deeper: an abrupt change in energy state or level, as of an atomic nucleus or molecule, usually accompanied by loss or gain of a single quantum of energy. That was a big one. An abrupt change in energy state or level, usually accompanied by loss or gain of a single quantum of energy. Transition. What does it mean to transition? All right. How do we transition? Can we transition intentionally? I mean, of course you can, right? You can change from one stage, one state, one stage to the next. And I like to say, instead of death, the person died, I started to say transition years ago, right? Years ago. And every now and then I still might slip up, say die, or throw it in there for dramatic effect, right? Or whatever the case may be. But transition. Loved ones transition. My father transitioned. My siblings transitioned. They did not die. To die is to be gone forever. I understand fully that life is everlasting and life is eternal, that which makes us alive, it permeates all time and space. It was neither created nor destroyed, so it was never born nor died, right? Can't die, wasn't born. It only transfers and transforms. It is energy. It's cosmic energy. It's fucking life force, right? It's breath. It's here. It's always been here and will always be here. There's nothing that anyone can do about it, right? Because even when the sun stops shining in our sky and it dies, something else will come. Something else will emerge, and whatever else emerges with the energy of that which was before it, right? Energy is nothing escapes the universe. No energy escapes the universe. Nothing escapes God. God is all. Always and in all ways, all powerful, or knowing everywhere at all times. So, what does it mean to die? We don't die. We live on spiritually, consciously, right? The work that we did lives on. And so, transition. I like transition, right? It sounds better. It helps, like, really put things into perspective. Innately, humans, we know the truth. We know that before we were in this body, we existed. We know that once we leave this body, we will still exist. We know that we have, some people literally have cosmic memories. They remember the Akashic records, right? They remember a time before this time. I remember the reason. I guess I'm so sensitive to shit going on in the world and in my life is because I remember a time when things weren't like this, when things wasn't like this, when it didn't have to be like this. The war, the crime, the violence, the hate, right? The bigotry, right? It wasn't always like this. And it won't always be like this, right? So we are in a transition phase. We are in a transition state. We are transitioning, right? And we've transitioned from golden age, right? Now we're in a dark age. And it's going to get darker, and then it's going to come back to a golden age. And everything that we do, the people who care, the people who show love, the people who want things to be better, how we show up every day helps usher in that new age, helps that transition, helps move that transition further along, right? Anyway, that's the word of the day. It's our first segment. That Fool said I will miss the show as part of my morning routine, but I'm confident on your return, brother. I'm gonna miss you too, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate you and your support and how you tune in daily, and even how you say that, right? Like, that shit hits me because it's like, damn, it's part of his morning routine. I don't want to stop doing the show, all right? Because it's my brother's morning routine, and there's a time when I think a person has to put themselves first, all right? Especially when you talk about like energy usage, right? You use so much energy, you burn out, or you don't feel good doing something. That's when you shouldn't be doing it no more, right? Before I start to hate media, right, I'm gonna put this show down. Right, say, okay, I'm over it. The energy that I once had for it, the zest that I had for it at one point, I don't have anymore. I still have it for media, not for this show in this way, right? Not for this show in this way. So, step back, regroup, plan, focus, pitch, and I mean, eventually, I'm gonna come. The sugar ratio is going to happen. The sugar ratio is going to happen, and SRDaily may happen in another way, where instead of a 30-minute fucking segment, we're gonna do a 30-minute show with fucking 4 segments. Right, SRDaily could be SRDaily's fucking SR's Daily Minute, right? With 60 seconds. It's a video every day, 7 days a week, every day for life for 60 seconds, right? And so that may come. So again, it's gonna be media in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? I want national TV. I want a team. I want a budget. I want money. I want to be able to do this shit at a high level. I want audience every day. I want interviews every day. All right. So we're gonna push to make that shit happen. So keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers, keep me in your meditations, and all that fly shit. You know what I mean? Oh my, this Ray, what's up, bro? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's go to our second segment of the day, though. Today's second segment, as always, I need to know news of the day. Today's news, we gotta talk basketball. We gotta talk basketball, man. I grew up watching basketball. I ain't gonna front. I still catch it here and there. Sometimes I watch a little more than the other. I definitely watch the playoffs a lot this past season. Let's go New York, right? But we gotta talk basketball. We gotta talk LeBron James. Went to motherfucking Philadelphia 76ers. Holy fucking cow. Holy fucking shit. I am in shock. I did not see that one coming. I'm shocked. I didn't see that one coming, man. What a move. And what I love most is that he does what the fuck he wants, right? Am I a big LeBron fan? No. Do I respect this game? Of course. All right. I'm Kobe. I'm MJ. I'm Iverson. Right. I'm Charles Barkley. Right. Gary Payton. Right. There's a lot of players that I'm more of a fan of than LeBron James. Right. So what I'm saying is not to defend him or anything like that. Right. However, people got so much to fucking say. The man still wants to play. The man still can play. He's fucking my age. Well, he's 41. To be 42. Been in the league 24. Right? Going on year 24. And he still could play. Still averaging fucking 20 plus. Still moving up and down the floor. Fucking Luka and the other dude was hurt this past postseason. He still got them out of the first round past Houston. All right? He still could fucking ball. So he still should ball. If you still can play and you still want to play, you fucking should play. He wants to play. He can play. So he should play. And of course, everybody got some shit to say. Oh, he's chasing rings. Well, first of all, when you play, every professional player wants to win a championship. Every player, as a child, you want to win the ring. Like, you don't want to be on a team where you got no chance to win. Like, we don't got no shot. Right? Like, no, I want to be on a team that has a chance to fucking win the game. To win a fucking championship. Everybody, right? And those who play and don't win championships wish they had won championships. It's that simple. From neighborhood tournaments, people play, they don't win, they wish they won, right? Like, fucking, like, people are fucking stupid. He took $8 million to play for 2 years. So clearly it's not about the money. What is it about? Winning championships. This is so crazy. If he went to a bad team, right? Clearly Philly's they've been good, right? They haven't really won anything, but they've been a good team. They've been a team. Joel Embiid has been there, right? They had some other players that was there. Jimmy Butler before, and motherfucking James Harden before, and Tobias Harris, and motherfucking Paul George, and they just had Paul George last year, right? And some other players have been there, right? Now they lost in the second round, swept by the Knicks, right? They go get Jaylen Brown, all right? They pick up LeBron. And they said we can win. So he took $8 million to play for 2 years with that team. If he would have went to a terrible team, a team that sucked, a team that was the worst in the league, and took $80 million, they would say, oh, he's doing it for the money. He's money hungry. He don't got enough money. If he went to the team that just won a championship or lost the championship, if he went to the Knicks, if he went to the Spurs, people are always going to fucking talk. What I love about LeBron James, or what I respect about him, he does what the fuck he wants to do. And that's what life is about, doing what the fuck you want to do, not doing shit to please people who are going to talk shit about you no matter what you do. Absolutely. I think whichever team Braun would have went to, they would have called him a ring chaser regardless. Absolutely. Whatever team he went to, if he went to the team that just lost, they would have called him a ring chaser. If he went to the team that just won, they would have called him a ring chaser. If he would have went to a team that got no players, that was sucked, and tried to get some players, let's build a team over here, let's go get a championship, people would have called him a ring chaser. Or they would have called him a money chaser, right? Something, one thing or fuck another. They would talk shit. People going to fucking talk shit. That's the fuck people do. I learned that in my life, that people going to talk shit regardless. People love to complain about their own life, about other people's lives, what this person should be doing, what that person should not have done, what this person needs to do. You just fucking talk shit, man. So, and I remember the people talking shit about Jordan. When he won, 2P, 3P, oh, he's winning too much. You need to let other people win. He steps aside, plays baseball, comes back, loses. They talk shit. He's washed up, right? They lost in 95 to Orlando. He's washed up. He should have stayed playing basketball. He ain't no good. Next year, they win again. It's luck. Next year, they win again. Another 3P. Oh, he's winning too much. Like, what the? You can't win for losing, as they say. Right? These fucking people gonna talk shit. So that's why it's important. Just live your fucking life. Do you? Don't worry about what the haters gonna say. Haters gonna hate. People gonna talk shit. That's what their fucking purpose is, to talk shit. But let's go to our third segment of the day. Of course, so I think with Jaylen and LeBron being in Philly can help the campaign to free Mumia Abu-Jamal Fire. I love how brother said full things about that. Shout out to the Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition. Don't let our people die in prison. Free Mumia. That's fire. I think with Jalen and LeBron being in Philly, it can help the campaign to free Mumia Abu Jamal. It absolutely can, brother. I love your mindset. We got to keep working. Third segment is to prepare for death. Tip of the day. Prepare for death. I've mentioned it before. I said it a bunch of times, man. If death is the only thing promised to us, we need to talk about it more. Talk about it. Prepare in your mind. Talk to yourself. Take care of yourself. Talk to your family. Let them know, like literally have to. One day I ain't gonna be here no more. One day you ain't gonna be here no more. One day your sibling ain't gonna be here no more. One day somebody gonna pass before the other. Right? One day one of us is going to pass before the other. Somebody's gonna pass before somebody else. That's going to happen, and we're all gonna eventually pass away. Right? Like, and somebody's gonna be saying RIP about us to us. Right? So, but yeah, man, talk about the shit, man. Talk to your children about it, right? Like, and put it into perspective, right? Like, yo, I'm gonna be gone one day, but I'm gonna be inside of you. I'm always accessible through mind, right? You can conjure my face if you want to see my face. Look at photos, right? I wrote one of the poems to in a book to my daughter. It was like, when you can no longer hear our voices, right? Play old videos or go by the water and know that that's us when the birds sing. All right, like, go sit in the park and make some fucking money, man. Like, put some money aside. Like, make some money and put some money away for your family, for when you transition, for your children, for your siblings, for your parent, right? For your spouse, to take care of the things when you pass away. Funeral, service, homegoing, right? Celebration of life, however you want to call it, right? If you want something like that, right? They might want something like that. It ain't always about you. What you want, right? Be like, what I want. What does your family want, right? Like, yeah, it's what you want, and like, what's gonna help your family. Right? That's how I think. Not just about what I want for my body, for my life. I'm dead. Like, I'm not dead. I transition. I'm in another state. Like, do I really care? Maybe. All right, but let's go to our fourth segment of the day. Our build of the day. We're gonna talk about this some more. Celebrations of life are way different from funerals. Celebrations of life are way, way, way different from funerals. Who I want to look up who even started a funeral. What is a funeral? Like, who started that? What is a funeral? That might be the next word of the day, funeral. What does a funeral actually mean? Because why must people gather, look at the body and cry? Some people, like, I could look at a body. I looked at my aunt's body, it doesn't make me cry more. Like, I can cry, and I do cry. But I can also look at a body, touch a body, and not cry, not break down, not be distraught, right? I can do that. I've gotten to a point emotionally, spiritually, where I can do that, where I understand that it's not that person in that body no more. So I'm not going to. Just seeing a body is not going to make me fall out. Where it will. Seeing a body of a loved one will make a person literally fall out. Lose their shit. Real shit, right? Why? How does that help? How does that help the family? How does, like, I really want to look this up. Who started funerals? That's why most people look at the body and cry. So now, what's the difference? Aren't they the same? Isn't a funeral supposed to be a celebration of life? So now we talk about traditions, various traditions for when a loved one passed away, right? Show body in the casket, no, right? Show body in the casket, closed casket. There's cremation, and then it's just a ceremony where it's a picture of a person and people gather and talk about the person and all of that stuff. Then there's a cremation, and then an urn is there, right? And people are talking. It's a casket and cremation later, right? It's a burial casket, buried in the ground, buried in the fucking mausoleum. Is so many different traditions. Even the time that a person, that a family does a celebration or does something with the body of their beloved who transitioned. 3 days, 7 days, right? Some wait this, some do. I remember when Kimani Dinizulu, the world famous drummer, right, Nana Kimani Dinizulu, transitioned, and at his museum, he had the Ames of Mazawi African Culture Museum in South Jamaica, Queens. I think it was right there on 116th and Sufton. It's crazy because my sister had lived across the street, right? My sister had lived across the street. And it was so dope, like, just to have that connection. But when he transitioned, right, he's from He was an Akon chief, so Ghanaian, right? For 3 days, they literally celebrated his life. They partied at that museum for 3 days, right? And then they had, it was some other, I don't remember, this was some years back, but it was some other shit that went along with that. And I was like, wow, this is dope, right? So yeah, so many different things people do. And so this past weekend, Saturday, I went to a celebration of life for Miss Juanita Kelsey from the Bronx, Patterson Houses. She is my brother Ray's mom, one of my best friends, right? One of my favorite people in the world, man. Razor, his mother, right? She transitioned a couple weeks ago. They had her celebration of life this past Saturday in the Bronx, and it was beautiful, right? It was no funeral. It was no service inside of a church. It was outside on a block, right across from her building, right, in Patterson. And it was music. People was crying, right? It was dancing. It was laughter. It was food, right? It was photos of her. People played games. There was dominoes, and there was other shit going on, and it was young people. It was my brother Ray was like, he was so one of the things he said, he was like, he was so full because he was like, yo, my mom's really brought the hood out. He said, oh, these are OGs in Patterson. Like, these are Patterson OGs. These are the motherfuckers who was outside back in the days, 70s, right? Patterson, 80s, Patterson. So yeah, that so to be around that, to learn, to hear some stories about her from some other people. One of her sisters spoke, right? One of her childhood best friends spoke, right? A couple of people spoke. One of her nephews spoke, right? A lot of people there I've seen, I ain't seen in years. I know the family a little bit, right? I've known Ray since 2009, so 15 years. And before even knowing Ray, right, I knew Ralph. Ralph is Ray's cousin, right? Their mother's sisters, right? So I grew up with Ralph. Ralph and his mother, Miss Claudette Kelsey, right? They were. Ralph was one of my best friends growing up. His mother was one of my mother's best friends growing up. So I knew the family, right? I knew the family for a long time, pretty much my whole life, right? And it was just beautiful, man, to hear the stories again, to see the love, man, and again, different being outside, that kind of vibe as opposed to being in a funeral home, right, with a casket there, body, right? Like, people are just, I think, naturally, I think also, like, we're a dramatic species, man. We like drama, and so I think the funeral creates definitely a more dramatic effect. Being in a church, having a body there definitely creates a more dramatic effect, all right? Yeah, man, but celebration of life, man. It was beautiful. Mona and I talk all the time about our transitions, right? And what we want and how we want people to show up, right? For the most part, um, yeah, man. But yo, listen, man, that's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. This is SRDaily with Personality Meets Enlightenment, episode 679, kicking off week 137. Please do join us tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course TikTok Live. Man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, it's not getting knocked down. It's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. Have a beautiful Monday, beautiful week. Although it's supposed to rain a lot here in New York City, you can still go out. You can still walk. I'm going to push myself to go out before the rain starts and just do some stretching on the roof, man, before I come in and nap. And I'll probably be in bed all day today. Today's one of those days. Last night was a brutal night, mentally, emotionally. It's really, really, really tough. Like, how much more patient can a person be? And then I thought about the commercial with Kobe and Kanye. So how much more rings, or how much more something can, he said more, like, so more patience, more patience, more patience. And then last week, a week or two ago, so when Ray and I was chatting, he said some shit, right? He just, bigging me up, giving me some love and support on my situation. He was like, patience is an essential quality of a man. He said, patience is the essential quality of a man. How patient can a man be? I'm getting off this shit before I start crying, man. Because how patient can a fucking man be? I guess as patient as he needs to be in order to see a result through. Peace. I love you guys.